Hey crafty babes, it's Andrea. Today I'm going to show you something a little different. You may have noticed, or you may not have. I've taken a little bit of a break from traveler's notebook layouts just because I was finding them to be a little hard to work in and getting a little bit bulky. But I have a new format that I'm sure you've seen around. A lot of us are doing these new style of traveler's notebooks where they are open with rings. And it's just been an aha moment for me to be able to use my traveler's notebook open and lay it flat, work on my pages instead of having it cinched with the staples and getting bowed. So that is just something that I've recently started doing. And so here is a summer traveler's notebook cover. I got this from my gorgeous friend Mimi Creates, and these little vintage swimsuits are so adorable. It's perfect for keeping all of my summer traveler's notebook items all together in one place so that it's nice and secure and I know where to go to when I'm going to work on this project. And I love the little ring, or the little strap. It just keeps everything nice and tidy. So first I'm going to show you how I'm using the cover, and then we'll talk about how I've gotten through my traveler's notebook for the summertime. One thing to mention too is I actually took my summer pictures and am doing them all in this traveler's notebook format and not putting them in my family album, just because I've run out of room in that 6x8 album, and I've got a lot of repetitive photos. And so I didn't really want to bog down my family album with just all the pictures of us at the pool and the things that we're going to do this summer. So I just wanted something a little more simple. And so that's why I have a separate summer traveler's notebook album. So let's take a look inside. This has gorgeous pockets. I love the fact that it has pockets. So on one side, I'm keeping all the photos. So I've printed different size photos, 3x4s, because I'm going to be using pockets and full traveler's notebook size photos that can just be used as is. And then I'll just trim them down depending on how wide they need to be. You know, I'll punch the holes in them and then maybe trim off a little smidge from either side just so that it fits properly. And I really just like the fact that this page is done. I can add something to the other side of it, but that way I don't have to feel like I'm making full page layouts for all of these summer photos. And then on the left side, I have picked some supplies, embellishments, 3x8 cards, and traveler's notebook size papers, as well as some leftover plastics from pocket pages. So with this one, it's the excess that I cut off of the 1x4 strip that I will show you in my album. But here I can still reuse this. I can washi tape the left edge and then punch a couple holes in the sides and still use this plastic and put it in my traveler's notebook. And then I have this little envelope. It's a little sealed clear envelope where I've got some smaller embellishments, and it just fits right inside that pocket, and then everything is ready to go when I'm ready to work on my summer traveler's notebook pages. And then I love that it fits right inside and doesn't take up too much space. So everything is really in the one cover all at once, all together. So let's take a look at the inside pages that I've done so far of my traveler's notebook. And I, of course, wanted to create a cover. And I had an idea of two things that I really wanted to use on this cover. And one of them is this summer yellow card from In Creative Bubble, and then this guest check. And I just picked the pinks and the yellows and the mint colors from all the other supplies that I had and just tried to make that work, and used all my favorite things and had a blast making this cover. The inside cover here is it's a cutout or printable piece from the summer issue of Retro Hip magazine. So if you haven't picked that up, that is part of it. And it's just basically a bucket list of all the things I wanted to get done. And this is a opening page basically. So I have this big pretty photo of Marshall at the pool. And then here I've used another big photo on the other side. You just glue them back to back and then punch the holes together. And I have one little 3x8 section here with a couple pockets from Ellie's Studio with just areas for embellishments, and like I just put the little weather card there. It's nice to be able to have the option of full photos and a place for smaller pockets. And I love being able to have the pocket on one side and the big photo on the other. It won't always work out that way, but it just is working out that way right now. This is a photo that I resized in order to make it fit on the Traveler's Notebook page, and using all Ellie's Studio cards and embellishments here, but this is just about my little makeshift backyard outside of our apartment, because I really needed some backyard feels and some sunshine, and Charlie did too. So here is the 1x4 that I trimmed off of that 6x8 pocket page and threw little embellishments in here, all Ellie's Studio stuff from the July kit, which is super fun for summer. And then I just used the punch side to use all the little 2x2 squares. And then on the flip side is just, I just have so much fun with these little squares. I forgot how fun it was to use these little 2x2 pocket pages. So I just filled a bunch of stuff, and the couple of these circles are from the printables from the summer issue of Retro Hip magazine as well. I'll have a link for that down in the description. And then I just added some fun little embellishments like some thread and little ampersands and just stuff that felt like it fit. And then a picture of Gibson chilling poolside, and this In a Creative Bubble Kick Back and Relax card was perfect for this photo. Skipping over to the next page, just a photo of Marshall being a lot more brave in the pool. If you've been following along a little bit on Instagram, he isn't the best swimmer. He's a little afraid. He's very cautious and careful, and he doesn't like to get his face wet or go underwater. So we're just learning to get away from the edge a little bit and teaching him some tactics to be more comfortable in the water. And then of course, I have to take a picture of myself in the sunshine. And this was just one of the very first hot days of the year. And it was perfect to head out to the pool, throw on the bathing suit, get a little sunshine. And I used this 3x8 bookmark little thing from Citrus Twist Kits. This watermelon was something I drew on my iPad Pro and then made a card out of it. So I really thought it would be fun to use the picture of me with the red bandana and the black and white bathing suit to match with that. And all I did was just use the back of the 3x8 card and then trimmed the photos down just a slight bit on each side, just so that they fit and had a little bit of a white border. Pretty easy. And I just glued them right there. These coming up photos, or these photos that are coming up, are all from my Instagram stories, and you can see that the edges are cut off because the ratio did not work properly coming from the stories size to this Traveler's Notebook size. So next time, what I learned from this is just when I'm going to do stories that are going to end up in my album, I need to just make sure that I'm not going edge to edge with my text, and that I'm giving myself some extra space, because the ratio doesn't work out for the sizing. But anyway, this was just an evening that I made dinner, and I took pictures of all the different things that we had for our little summer indoor cookout with hot dogs and corn on the cob. And I just took these really cool, interesting, fun pictures, and then finish it off with a big photo of the whole thing. And then so far that's all I have done, but I do have this, I used a piece of cardstock just to cover the photo, just to make sure that the photos were protected, but I will back it probably on both sides with some pattern paper when I get there, to just make sure that it's more secure. So that is how I've set up my Traveler's Notebook for the summertime. It's super fun. I love that I can work on it while I'm, you know, just traveling. I can take it with me. I'm going on a couple of trips, so I'll be working on it. And then I love also that it's just easy to work on the pages being open and that it lays nice and flat. So please let me know if you have any questions about any of the supplies I use or how I go about making one of these. And if you have questions, that you can leave them in the comment section. And please feel free to subscribe or give this video a thumbs up. That way I know that you like it and I'll do more of these. And I'm not going to have you hit that notification bell, but if you do like seeing my videos and you don't want to miss them, then feel free. But I won't ask you to do that unless you really like. So thank you guys again so much for watching. We will talk really soon. Have a wonderful summer.